Welcome. My name is Samantha Apt-Bumgarner, and I'm the Program Director for all of our Lean Six Sigma certifications here at UNC Charlotte. Next slide. During this short session, both Jonathan Mayhorn, who is our Lean Six Sigma instructor, and I will quickly review information on the School of Professional Studies at UNC Charlotte, introduce instructor Jonathan Mayhorn, review our Lean Six Sigma belts and why their methodologies are important, share who is best to each belt, as well as review discounts and how to register. We hope to answer any questions you may have during this session. However, if any questions linger at the end of this session, I'll provide my contact information at the end and you can reach out anytime. Next slide. First, I'd like to quickly define what we do in the School of Professional Studies, which is the office from which this certificate is managed. SPS is part of UNC Charlotte, but we differ from undergraduate and graduate degree courses in that we don't offer undergrad or graduate degree credit for our courses. Our programs are designed for students and business professionals who are looking to advance their career or gain a better understanding of their current or future career in a shorter period of time than an undergrad or graduate degree program. The School of Professional Studies offers certificate and certification programs, courses for recertification, and courses for general professional development, as well as corporate and custom training. Next slide. Jonathan Mayhorn instructs all of our Lean Six Sigma certification courses. While most of the work participants will complete in this course is an online asynchronous format, Jonathan does make himself available to answer questions and has a large presence in all of our coach projects that you'll complete at the higher level belts. Next slide.
Thank you, Sam. So what is Lean Six Sigma? If you haven't heard of it before, it's a data and process-driven management strategy. So a lot of companies use it to execute the strategic initiatives with projects, reducing defects, waste, and cycle time in existing processes or designing new ones. And Lean is for speed and Six Sigma is for quality, and they really go well together and within all of our certification courses and projects that we teach. So if you think about what is Six Sigma, I'll give you a simple example. It's tax time here in America, so everyone's waiting on their tax refunds from the IRS. And let's say the IRS sends 1 million tax refunds. And let's say a defect is anytime it takes longer than 3 weeks to get your tax refund. So if the IRS takes longer, 691,000 of those refunds take longer than 3 weeks, they're really bad. They're operating at a 1 sigma. If 308,000 of those refunds take longer than 3 weeks, they're at a 2 sigma. So as we do projects to reduce the defects, the sigma level goes up. And if they're really good, and they only send out 3 refunds late, then they're operating at 6 sigma. So our job as practitioners in the belts is trying to reduce defects and waste and cycle time in processes. Human processes operate at 2.5 sigma, which is kind of bad. It's 158,000 defects for 1 million chances or opportunities for a defect. So that's what people mean by 6 sigma. And it's very simple how we do it within our classes. So why do you need 6 sigma? Because all activities in the world take place in terms of a process. Every product in the world is made from a process. So the quality of that determines how the customer feels. And without a customer, we don't have a business. And without a business, you and I don't have a job. So that's why it's so important to improve that customer experience. Every process works the same way. Some kind of suppliers giving you tangible inputs into process boxes that are transformed and they come out as outputs and they go to internal, external customers. We study those processes to get the outputs to be better for the customer and organization. Some benefits of our certifications: it is independent. And so a lot of companies and organizations in the world recognize that people with these certifications can do more for the company, for the bottom line, and for the customer. And so they tend to promote people into those positions if they have those certifications. And if you look on Glassdoor, and from my past experience with hundreds of students on LinkedIn, they tend to make a lot more money when they have the certification versus before they had it. It's not a complete 100% promise, but it does help a lot, I think. So we kind of pulled together an infographic to see some of our past students and what kind of industries they come from. And some of the big ones are education, healthcare, finance, retail, IT, supply chain, even the government. So everybody seems to be using Lean Six Sigma, especially the last 10 to 15 years has been increasing as people are trying to improve the bottom line of the organization and the customer experience. There's 4 methodologies we teach within our classes: the MAG to improve existing processes, the MEVI to design new ones, Lean to reduce cycle time and waste that the customer doesn't want to pay for, and Agile, which is going back to the customer and the product owners every month and showing them part of the product increment and trying to improve that along the way, instead of like waterfall projects where you ask the customer their voice in the beginning and improve it 6 months later. A lot can change within that. So we've implemented Agile within a lot of our courses too, because it's pretty powerful with the other methodologies. So let's dive deeper. A white belt here at Charlotte is 2 hours of online training. You watch 8 short videos, and when I mean short, about 6 minutes. You complete 1 discussion post on the use of Lean Six Sigma in your life that I grade right away that day. You take a 16-question test, and this is offered 12 times a year, so every month it resets. You can jump in anytime, 365, 24/7, and you learn more about Lean and Six Sigma concepts. A lot of our white belts go on to yellow belt, which is really the team members on green and black belt projects. And so we talk about roles and responsibilities in 7 hours of short videos. You complete discussion posts to how you would apply the methodology. You actually do a lean activity at home, such as 5S in your garage, or cleaning out your junk drawer, or your coffee station. Simple things that you take pictures of, and I grade. It resets every 2 months, so we offer that 6 times a year. And I give you feedback throughout that course. A lot of yellow belts move on to either green belt or orange belt, or both. Orange belt is for product champions to sponsor those projects. So think about the mid-level leaders within an organization that want to help from the leadership side for those project teams. Take a 25-question test, and that's also offered just like the yellow belt 6 times a year. Greenbelt is a first level project managers. We have 2 case studies after you watch 20 short videos, improving existing processes and designing new processes. And so that resets 3 times a year, once every 4 months. You take a 50-question test after playing some online games to prepare for the test. And I coach you through those case studies and through projects as well. Black belt is for the green belts that want to go into more advanced projects with data analysis and process analysis. So there's a 100-question test, 30 short videos, and you have to complete a real world project at work from beginning to end over those 6 months. So that course is offered twice a year. And then master black belt, that's for those that want to run a program office or a Lean Six Sigma office at work, or set one up. You want to coach people, train people, and really just kind of do what I do within your organization. So that comes with 52 weeks of coaching, because as I kind of teach you how to be a master black belt over the course of a year. And that's available 3 times a year, resets every 4 months. So with that, I'll turn it back over to Sam.
Thanks, Jonathan. And I do want to point out that you can pretty much start with any with the lower level belts, the white, the yellow, the orange, and the green. There aren't any prerequisites. So for example, if you wanted to just jump right in and start with the orange belt, or you wanted to just jump right in and start with the green belt, you don't have to have taken any of the other belts previously. So just keep that in mind. There are prerequisites when you get to the higher belts. For example, if you want to take the black belt, you need to have completed the green. So just something important to keep in mind. And this slide reviews basically the prices for all of those belts. So we do offer a 20% discount to both undergraduate and graduate degree students of UNC Charlotte. And the prices that are on the very bottom of the screen, they already reflect that 20% discount. Next slide. So you can register for any of these belts yourself. You can just go online and register from our website that's listed there, or you could call or email a person on our enrollment team through UNC Charlotte, and they'll help you out. There are no applications required for signing up for any of our Lean Six Sigma certifications. You just register. Next slide. So we want to thank you. That was a really quick overview of all of our Lean Six Sigma certifications here at UNC Charlotte. So if you have any other questions about anything, I hope you'll reach out to me directly via email. My email address is listed below. And on behalf of all of us at UNC Charlotte School of Professional Studies, Jonathan and myself, I want to thank you for listening today. Thanks so much.